Shalom, guys. I hope that you are doing well. This is an audio again. I just did spoon reading, and I guess the authorities didn't want it to be to be said. I don't know. I don't know what people think that they're doing. I have freedom of speech to speak the word of the Most High and bring things out that he's trying to help people with. Okay. Anyway. It was a really big reading, but I thought, okay, let's go over to YouTube and do one over here. So government, please get off of my technology. Please get off my technology. You don't have a right. I have freedom of speech. Okay? Nobody cares about your little group is what came out in that reading. And nobody does care about a foul group. Nobody cares about it. It's foul. It's disgusting. Why in the world? I don't even want to understand. Like I said, let's just get started. Oh boy, guys, my day has been a day of warfare, but that's the hour that we live in. I said on the spoon reading, woe to the inhabitors of the earth, because the devil has come down unto you, and he is here, but we're not moved by him. But we are, if you are literally loving on the Most High, you're a great big target for the devil. You are. And if you're new, I do warfare here against demonic entities that are real in our world. Obviously, you believe in angels. You wouldn't be here being spiritual, checking something out or wanting some type of information from the divine, right? But the divine that I ask at the hand of is the only one who can divine. And he is Yehovah, and he is to be feared and revered. But I have just been like, OMG today, folks. I've made like $4 today. That's it. The Most High would not let me leave my house last week, and I literally have no savings now. I had been starting to kind of put some savings a little bit away and building it up, and the Most High would not let me leave. And a lot of you know that I'm not moved by money. I'm moved by the Most High. And when all this is said and done, everything's been stolen to me that's rightfully mine. It's coming back to me. Because I am rich and I am strong. The Most High said, let the weak say that they are strong and let the poor say that they are rich. We know that people are being oppressed for no reason. There's enough resources in the earth for every person to have a place to lay their head, to have square meals every day. You got prisoners sitting there studying, college in jail. They got 3 square meals a day. They got, cable going on, and you drive down the road and you see people literally out of their homes. It's sad. I sat at yesterday when I was out and about, I seen a lady standing there, and it was hot yesterday, and just like today, it was really warm. And she was just standing there with her sign, and I was just like, I don't ever carry cash on me, but if I have it, one day somebody gave me a $10 tip. I turned around and gave it to the poor. And I'm not telling you that to say whatever. I'm just saying you got rich people in places that won't help, and people that are of the Most High being oppressed, and we understand what's going on. I had $1 bill on me, and I said, go get this, all I have. If I had more, I'd give it to you. And I said, go give you something to drink, at least with it. And you got people sitting here listening even to my channel about murder cases and things that have taken place that have been so unethical. And I'm just one person out of a bunch of people in the earth that have found themselves down and out by wickedness, wicked people being attacked, or wicked people attacking people because they know you got something, or they did something, and you got something over them, and now they got to come after you because they don't want people to know, because they set up in their place the information that you had. It's craziness, people. It's craziness. But last week the Most High would not let me leave, and so which is fine, because it was the Feast of Unleavened Bread and all that kind of stuff, and I just spent it with the Most High. had days that about every other day, and I went a stretch of I think 3 days without food, and then I broke down and ordered something, and just because my money was whatever. But I also understand that fasting is good for us, and some things only break by fasting and prayer. And so when I'm having moments like that, it's just real intense warfare. And today they started messing with me again on my driving app and sending me stupidness. I got a request today. They wanted me to go 30, I think it was either 34 or 36 miles. I think it was 34 miles for 5 pickups for $11 and some change. That's deliberately being done. That kind of stuff it's wrong. It's wrong. I called and had a really long conversation today with support and recorded all of that and have that for any kind of legal purposes. Is once this stuff does come out, folks, I'm going to get justice. And I encourage you to get up and fight where you're at on the front lines. I don't care how much money you got. I've been down to nothing in my pocket. And I've also had gotten, where I was in a decent place. And then the most I used that for me to stay in just a little while the calamity passed by, because Leviathan was being dealt with, that crooked serpent that the most I said, you just stay inside. And we are in this tribulation time where he said that that people would be in prison houses, and I know who I am in the earth anyway. I've already talked about that, so I've just literally gotten down to I'm under $400. And I was just like, God, you got to do a miracle. You just got to do something, and He will. And I'm not moved by it. And I'm telling you all this, people, to be an encouragement, because I've already been there, done that before. And when has He ever forsaken His people? Never. Never. And so anyway, it's just been a warfare day today. I was just like, screw it, I'm going home. And so I'm here, and we're going to check the energy. And I just checked a great big reading on Spoon. And again, I guess the government didn't want it out. The President of the United States came out in that reading. And the word charged was there as well. And, whoever the people are just collectively that need to go to jail. The most I said, somebody's being charged. They need to be charged. People need to be charged, folks. Sorry if you don't like that. I mean, people putting innocent people in prisons in their home, and they're all sitting out there having a great time, pouring their beer and their wine and playing their little music and laughing at the poor. And they're really the ones that are poor. They're poor in their spirit. They really, really, really are. Sitting up there acting, people looking at them like, God, you're such a great author of that book. That's such a great song that you wrote. And they're sitting there laughing if they only knew. I don't even know how to write a song. I could never put pen to paper, write a book, because you're fools. All you that do that in the earth, you ain't getting away with that stuff. You ain't getting away with it, because most I knows it. Anyway, I'm just gonna pull a couple cards here. You all would just come on in here and just speak. I appreciate you so very much. The 7 of Pentacles. This was there twice in that reading just a second ago. It's going to come out again. And then I used clarifiers, and it also came out, and it shows a picture. Let me find it here in this book, in this other deck here, if I can find it. And it shows somebody sitting down, waiting on a little tree that they've planted in the ground. And there's chains all around that little tree, and somebody just sitting there guarding it. But you do see in the picture, and I'll show it to you as soon as I can find it, that there's other trees that this person has locked up. Okay, they could be family trees, whatever. They've stolen some stuff. There's the thief. The thief came out in that reading, and it was known. It's somebody that sits in a high position, because the stars came out. Okay, I'm still trying to find this picture. I don't know why I'm not finding it. Okay, here it is. I'll pull it up so you can see. They're just sitting there waiting on whatever. And all the trees in the background, they got a big chain around them as well, and money on it and stuff like that. That's the Most High. They brought the word abomination out. That is abominable to do that. And people are hungry and thirsty, and things rightfully belong to people. And anyway, the Seven of Pentacles is kind of this other deck that I'm using here. So somebody is waiting on something. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is also coming out here. This is about being loyal, honorable, going slow, being steady, doing what you got to do. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck, but that's what we need. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is out here. So work. The Seven with the other pentacle that the Knight has is work. Okay. Oh, Jehovah, what else you want to bring out here? Thank you. We have the Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So we had two aces jumped out, and then a card of threes that jumped out, and it's heartbreaking around something. At the bottom of the deck is the Empress. This is somebody in authority somewhere, somebody's mother. There's pregnancy issues going on. I had an illegitimate child that came out in wording in that reading as well. And she does represent pregnancy and stuff like that. So something is very heartbreaking around whatever this is. I mean, she's rich and generous, lavish type of energy when she comes out, but she also is the gimel in the Hebraic language, meaning to carry something off. As somebody's waiting to carry something off, there's something clear about whatever this is. Somebody's waiting to carry somebody off to jail, because the incarceration and charge, like I said, was there. Somebody traded for some stuff, and it's crazy. And again, the card said nobody cares about this group and what they've done, okay? Anyway, Jehovah, just give us some words out here. Just give us some words. I'm hearing behind me, I'm hearing spiritually what I heard the other day twice when I was reading. It's military stuff. Left, 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 right, left. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. Something's marching real heavy behind me. All right. Social media is here. The business deal is coming out here. A government intelligence is here. All right. Well, again, I just had the President of the United States come out in wording. And anyway, a third party is here, okay, around something. Somebody's wishing that somebody would approach them to talk, or the third party is. That was real heavy in this morning's reading come out, okay? But anyway, some of that kind of stuff's going to get some people in trouble, but you can do what you want. We have so somebody, for a clue to something out here, whether you be upright or not, a bald person specifically is coming out, or somebody really high in their forehead. You may have hair, but your forehead may be really high, okay? Or whatever that means for anybody. Something is out here with that energy. Someone needs balance, the next card says. Well, somebody does need balance, people, because what has taken place with this nasty business deal is a disgrace. And if that Empress sets up in a great, because somebody has to set up in a big place to understand what's going on. My God, even in just my own personal story, I have called the White House, literally called. I left a message on Nancy Pelosi's phone even, okay? I know people know who I am and what I've gone through and what other people are going through all over the world with this crap, okay? And somebody did make a poor decision out here. Now somebody needs balance because it's crazy. And some truth is clear out here around whatever all this is, okay? The word execution is here. Well, somebody has a death penalty upon them, folks, and it is a shame. It is a shame what's taken place out here. The next card says, again, somebody's jealous. They're envious. There's somebody who don't play fair, the card says. They're filth. They need to be executed for the things that they've done to people in the earth. It says that they are defeated and caught on this card. Thank you, Yehovah. Okay, the Most High is bringing out a word that says that somebody has brought a plague straight from Elohim, and they're getting an execution out here. They brought a plague out here on whatever they have done. They've touched something that they shouldn't have. Okay. The next card says that there's some type of sum of money out here of some sort, because there was a business deal around some stuff. And what that thing did was brought a plague from Elohim. Okay, they got involved in something they should not have. The next card says there's fire out here and pressing. There's fire out here. The world card was there in that other reading. That's all-consuming fire, and the torch is out here in this reading. We got the torch and the runes this morning. So there is, and there's fraud issues around it because the fraud rune just came out in spoon reading. Okay, and so whatever they traded for, thought that was they're going to get all that money and oppress other people, and as a third party, they did something that's just ridiculous, and there's execution coming. Okay, even just energetically, physically, emotionally, but this is a physical one. Somebody really needs to be fried. Their brain needs to be fried by a button being pushed for the crap that they've done in this situation. The word complete and whole is it, because something's over. Okay. Psalms 118:6 says that Jehovah is on my side, and I will not fear. For what can man do to me and you? Nothing. If Jehovah be for us, who can be against us? So the word headship is on the next card. It came out in a totally different deck in the spoon reading. Shatarabahaya. The Most High will begin to speak, and he'll speak and speak whether somebody likes it or not, and they remove that reading on spoon. You're going to say it again, okay? Headship is out here. There is authority that has brought destruction to families is what this card says, but the word headship came out on the other card, and it's written here. Okay, they have brought destruction on families, and it's a disgrace. The Most I called it an abomination. Like I said, it's abomination. Just because somebody was jealous and envy, it didn't pay off for you. Proverbs 21:7 says that the robbery of the wicked shall be destroyed because they refuse to do judgment. That's right. They've been holding back. I know, because I sat here and know, and most I say, well, then I'm going to judge it. Okay. The next card says a prison worker. You're going to go away for a time, and you're going to be executed for this stuff. Okay. Something around a child's toy train connection is a clue out here. Okay. A carpet layer is coming out, and a plumber is coming out for connections to all this kind of stuff. Whether you be upright and somebody took advantage of you, or you're in this stupid group and you're profane too, I don't know. Anyway, but the Most High's calling you out. We have the letter Z, which is the chariot, which chariot goes back to a victory. And we had two Z's that did come out this morning. This was one of them. This is a protection granted here with this. This is a resistance to some stuff, and somebody didn't resist. They got mixed up in a really bad ordeal. Or you're being warned somebody wants to do a business deal with you, and they're a third party, and you know they are, and there's some type of crazy energy around you. You better listen to that crazy energy by your intuition. You're going to get up in here and think something looks really good, and it's not. It's demonic. This is a recovery rune, and the recovery just came out in the other rune on my spoon. It was the fraud rune, but it also had a meaning of recovery, so it's going to come out here as well. Actually, in the hidden, the chariot was there with the moon. The moon came out real big in that reading in a couple of decks. So secrets, emotional things around homes, because, headship has done some stuff and has brought a lot of destructions on some families. It's been hurtful, folks. Anyway, as long as their family's okay, right? As long as y'all's family's all right. You guys are just like, oh, look at them. They're the stars. And you're falling. You really are. Those of you who are falling. Those of you who are upright in your leadership, I appreciate you. Thank you. If you're out there, I really I expect conversation. Really, I really do. But anyway, this is a shield and it's also a help. Now, I always put this rune up in the screen, and I will show it to you. It looks like somebody is holding their hands up. If you turn it around, it looks like a broom and a mop. Okay, it looks like a bird's leg because America is here. Okay, America is here, and and the Most High has a broom of destruction. He said, "Tell him about my broom, Shannon. Tell him about my broom because it's going. They brought destruction. I'm cleaning house now. Tell him about my broom, Shannon. Let my armies come in." And that's exactly what I'm hearing him, just like that. Say, "Tell him, tell him, tell him." And I'm telling you, the Most High's putting his broom in, and he's going to put his broom of destruction in here, and he's sweeping, and you're going to see some things flying. The dust is coming up. You're going to be kicking the dust. Okay, the little bird's feathers came out this morning with the peacock, and every one of those people that are prideful and haughty, they're going to get plucked for doing this stuff. It's unethical, folks. It's unethical. All right. So anyway, this is what come out in this reading, folks. I just want to check the energy and just kind of chit chat because I have nobody to talk to. So I just talk to you all. You get to see every side of me, and so it is what it is. I love you all that are upright in the earth. Please continue to march on, even on the front lines if you have to. Keep your shield of faith up to quench every fiery dart of the enemy. Let us keep our helmet of salvation on and keep our mind upon the Most High, because we keep our mind on the Most High, He keeps us in perfect peace. Keep our breastplate of righteousness on, our belt of truth. Let us have the word, which is the word, or the sword, which is the word of Jehovah, and our shoes shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace and good news. And the good news is that if you on the Most High side, He ain't gonna lose this thing. Okay, so let us continue to fight. Okay, this thing's wrapping up. It really is wrapping up. Shalom.